Hi, today I'm going to disassemble, stain, and reassemble the Broken Tokens Gloomhaven insert. I purchased this insert secondhand, and it's not as glued together as I'd like it to be, and it's even held together by tape in some places. Also, the card dividers slide around because the sides aren't as tight as they could be. For the pieces that are glued together, it's usually enough to gently rock it back and forth to break the bonds of the glue. For the more stubborn pieces, you can dab on a little bit of vinegar, and it'll soften the glue, and you can remove the piece pretty easily. The glue residue is easily removed by sanding or scraping it with an X-Acto knife. Here I'll be staining with the Minwax oil-based Barn Red coat. This is a massive insert and my space is limited, so I'm going to work on it in 3 waves: the top, the middle, and the bottom. So here we have the top. Once the first coat is dry, I'll recoat them to give the red a darker appearance. Once the second coat is dry, I'll begin assembling by spreading wood glue along all of the contact points and clamping it down. And with that, the first wave is done. On to the second wave and all of its parts. I found an easy way to separate some of the more tightly glued pieces is to gently pry it enough so that you can slip an X-Acto knife in and rock the knife back and forth, just to gently push them apart from each other. Here I'm going back to the first wave pieces to stain the edges where the laser cuts. In hindsight, I wish I had stained these as I was staining the rest of the piece, but I'll make sure to correct that for waves 2 and 3. At this point, time is of the essence. We're only a day away from Thanksgiving, and the kitchen counter is needed for bigger things. So I'll stay up extra late one night staining, restaining, and gluing. The card dividers sit snug in their insert, and they're not flopping around like they were, so at least one of the goals of rebuilding this has been accomplished. On to wave 3. Something to note here for inserts that were previously glued is that if you don't remove all of the glue, then the stain will go on top of the glue and it can't penetrate it. So it'll actually wipe off fairly easily. For me, I plan to glue them as they were, so any of those lines won't matter. Just like that, we're done with the staining and assembly. Now the last thing I want to do is paint all of these little icons that have been cut out and match them with their tokens. For the recessed parts, it's easy to just glop paint in the middle and wipe it off. The status tokens have a shiny effect that goes from dark to light, and to match that is fairly simple. You just need a dark color and some white paint, and you'll paint the bottom corner in the dark color, add a little drop of white to paint the middle part, and add another drop of white to paint a line going across one side to give it that shiny effect. For the Gloomhaven logo, it goes from black to gold, so I'll start by painting in the black on the top parts, leaving the bottom empty for the gold paint. Lastly, we'll paint the Cephalofair Games and the Broken Token logos. And we are done. Here's a shot of everything together. It's all looking great. You can see that huge tray doesn't need the tape and it's holding together, and all the card dividers stay in place. And here's a final shot of everything together with all the game parts included. It's important to note that this insert is the first edition that they made. They've since updated it to include Forgotten Circles. They do, however, make an upgrade kit, so if I ever get a hold of Forgotten Circles, I'll buy the upgrade kit and make a video of that too. I have some really cool plans for the next insert I'm working on. Hopefully it won't take nearly as long, but until then, thanks for watching.